I know Jesus. Well, I've known him since I was 7 years old, and I bounced down the aisle of our Baptist church and got saved. I had no idea what I was doing, but that didn't stop me. Having no idea what I'm doing hasn't stopped me from doing a great many things. On Sunday and Wednesday nights, we would learn about Jesus. He was all over that felt storyboard telling thing, feeding the hungry, healing the sick, teaching the multitudes. Week after week in that same teal robe. Moses and Noah, they were fine as openers, but Jesus, he was the headliner of church. On nights when I wasn't in church, I would watch TV. And on Friday nights, with the Donnie and Marie show. I liked Donnie. And Marie, I wouldn't be exaggerating to say that at some point, Jesus and Donnie Osmond melded into the same person. Religion has become a taboo topic in polite conversation, for the mere mention of a religious belief can be seen as imposing that belief on somebody else. But the fact is, the majority of Americans still belong to one religion or another, which means that they inherently struggle with what it means to be a good, insert denomination here. While religious fanatics make headlines monthly, the average devout American has become a muted group, unable to discuss important issues of faith outside of those of their religious sect, which leaves people for themselves to define important terms like what it means to be saved. But ultimately, it is up to us as to what we believe and the role that religion does or does not play in our lives. Save Me Now by Paige Bernhardt. Jesus / Donnie was a really nice playmate, somebody to talk to make up games with. As long as the games didn't require a physical form or, catching anything. And the difference between Jesus and Donnie Osmond was, as I understood it, that Jesus had died for my sins, and, well, Donnie had not. But public crucifixion seemed like a really hefty price to pay for any sins I'd committed by age 7. I mean, yeah, I'd seen the neighbor boy's thing, but come on, who hadn't? Then, a few years later, everything changed. We moved to Southern California with my mom and stepdad, and I attended this more progressive church out in Riverside. They didn't sing hymns or tell stories with felt figures, but they did listen to rock bands sing, "Jesus is cooler than the devil, yeah!" And the preacher had this flip-flops that he wore every Sunday, and he liked to say, "man," a lot. Well, I had more friends out in California, so I didn't talk to Jesus as much, but he didn't seem to mind. I mean, I would go out to the beach every week and witness for him. And my witness group leader, his name was Scott, and he had this rippled chest that was thinly sheathed in this Daniel Amos, the then Christian equivalent of AC/DC t-shirt. He had this stringy blonde hair and these blue eyes. Scott was a stone fox. I would walk dreamily next to Scott as we would go down the beach chatting with the damned. We would let them know that the price for their sin was eternal damnation, but that Jesus had paid that price, and all they had to say was, "Okay, man." Usually they would, and then we'd go eat pizza, drink Coke, and be really happy. Jesus was more distant now, kind of like a big brother. Willing and able to save those smelly winos, drug addicts, and hookers too. Like a superhero big brother who would stand up to Almighty Dad so he wouldn't kick your ass halfway around the block to hell for the nasty thoughts you were having about your witness group leader. Then one Sunday, they showed us a movie. And although Scott and his gorgeous pecs were there, I couldn't help but pay attention to the movie. In it, there was this good Christian girl, not unlike myself, who had these good Christian friends, and they told her that we were in the last days, which meant that soon Jesus would come down to earth, he would scoop up all the Christians, take them to heaven, and then they'd be gone. Poof! In the twinkling of an eye. And then everybody else would be left to deal with the locusts, the moon turning to blood, famine, war, and whatever else the Antichrist laid on them, and they had one chance to be martyred, read, killed, for Jesus. Little girl says, "Oh, but I go to church every Sunday. Isn't that enough?" Her friends tell her to think it over, and then they skip off to Bible study. Well, while she's thinking about it, it happens. Poof! Blood, damage, war, locusts, everything, and in the end, little girl gets her head chopped off. Scott! Scott who? And then later, I am sitting in a terrified ball on our couch. And I'm just thinking, what the hell, Jesus? So you're going to hold back the wrath of Almighty Dad, so what? You get tired and then you're just going to let us have it? Jesus had become dangerous. Then my mom and her church friend put down their fluorescent electric guitars and they asked me if I was ready to be saved. Thought I already was. Turns out, just like in the movie, not quite enough, and I was getting older, racking up sins every minute, and considering the alternative was getting my head chopped off, yes please. Hopefully it would stick this time. A couple weeks later, Scott left the church and started dating one of the hookers that we met on the beach. But I was for sure good and safe. And towards the end of high school, we moved again. And at this new church, they also had a church band, and they asked if I wanted to be in charge of the overhead projector, putting up the song lyrics on the wall. Dizzy with the prospect of parochial stardom, I said sure. That and they had a drummer named Troy who played football, looked like an Irish Sylvester Stallone. At this new church, they like to raise their hands, speak in tongues, and refer to Jesus as the bridegroom, the church being the bride of Christ. The Song of Solomon is this love letter from the bridegroom to the bride. Jesus became the pin-up boy of my blossoming matrimonial fantasies, my ideal man, my personal Han Solo. The Song of Solomon. Have you read it? It's pretty hot. But then after Troy and I made out heavily a few times in the choir loft, his face kind of upstaged Jesus in my mental salvation peep show. During church, Troy would sit behind me, drumming away as I put up the words for "On Christ the solid rock I stand." Solid rock. The irony did not escape me. I would pretend to be praying while I was actually dreaming about having sex with Troy. But he was in the church band, so how wrong could it be? And then one Sunday, a preacher came and told us how we could lose our salvation by backsliding. Troy and I were supposed to meet at his house after church for Bible study. And I just knew that preacher was talking to me. Images of Jesus and Donnie and Scott and Troy flooded through my head, all in these teal felt robes, and it was disappointing. And then the preacher got up there and he asked people to come forward and get saved, and the people flooded to the front of that church like there was a fire in the back, and the words just kept repeating in my head, solid rock, solid rock, solid rock, and I threw my hands in the air and I prayed harder than I had ever prayed before. Save me now, save me like you've never saved me before, do it, save me! Save me! Well, I am no longer Pentecostal, but I am homosexual. So I can only assume it worked. Like I said, having no idea what I'm doing hasn't stopped me from doing a great many things. Oh, and I know Jesus.
9:28.
That